So now the procedure is done. You are ready to return to your hotel and the clinic is about to close. Your recipient and donor area have been cleaned. The doctor has inspected the operated areas, the grafts, and all is safe. The bandages have been changed. You have been handed over the medicines for the night. Instructions for the night have been given to you. And the driver is waiting to chaperone you and to drive you back to your room or your hotel or wherever you're staying with family or friends. Well, when you get a hair transplant done, especially when you go out of town or out of country at many times, you are in a different environment. You are away from your comfort zone. You are not used to the action that you take and how you adjust to changing environment for your activities of daily living. And after hair transplant, all this has changed because there are certain restrictions, certain precautions, do's and don'ts after hair transplant surgery that you need to necessarily follow. To make matters worse for you, your wife may have accompanied you to the clinic for the hair transplant and she may have taken full charge of you. Not that she's nagging you, but then you're not in control of yourself. In such changed circumstances, you may react in a manner which you're not accustomed to, and this makes you prone to trauma. Well, the topic for the day is the immediate care after hair transplant, the care after 12 hours of the procedure. There are 5 objectives for care after hair transplant in the first 12 hours. This period is extremely crucial towards your overall result and towards how your grafts grow. So the 5 objectives are: number 1, to avoid trauma; number 2, to prevent excessive oozing of serum from alongside your grafts, which adds to the crust formation; number 3, to prevent the development of swelling into your face, the eyes, which if it develops will take a long time to go away and can cause bruising; fourthly, to keep your grafts well hydrated, because there's a portion of your grafts which is sticking, abutting out of the skin surface. Grafts are not flush with your skin surface, so you have to keep them well hydrated. And lastly, to prevent the development of infection. The skin closes down, it becomes watertight in 3 to 6 hours. So this is a crucial period in which infection has to be prevented. So these are the 5 objectives of care in the first 12 hours after hair transplant is done. So now taking them up one by one. Number 1 we discuss is avoiding trauma after hair transplant. It is essential that when you reach the clinic, you should be dressed up in proper attire. Loose fitting clothes, front open shirt, do not wear a vest, and wear shoes which are slip-ons or slippers. Because if you're wearing a t-shirt, because you necessarily have to change over to the clinic dress for the procedure, into sterile clinic dress. So your dress, when you wear it back, if you're wearing a shirt which is not front open, there is a high chance of you disrupting your grafts because you're tired and at times you'll be sleepy and you may make mistakes. Also, do not bend forwards while tying your shoelaces. If you're wearing laced shoes, you should bring them up and tie them without bending down or ask for help. While entering the car and exiting the car, be sure your head is clear of the entrance. You may find it being overcautious, but there are so many times when a patient has hit his head against the door of the car and a lot of grafts have come off. These grafts, when they come off, they are not sterile, they are infected and we cannot place them back. Moreover, this can cause alarming brisk bleeding, and your sudden reflex action would be to press on the bleeding spot, and with that pressure, grafts surrounding it will also come out in hundreds. So this is a complete disaster after hair transplant. Be very cautious while entering the car and exiting the car, and make sure that you sit in the front alongside the driver. Why? Because this seat can be reclined back. Buckle up. Do not sit in the rear seat because there is less distance between your head and the roof of the car when you sit at the back. If you're not driving back home or to your friend's or relative's place or the hotel, you're staying at in the clinic car, make sure that the driver does not drive too fast. After the hair transplant procedure, please do not drive back home because you might be very tired and you might be sleepy. Sometimes patients get sedation, so you might not be attentive, and this can make mistakes, and that is not good after a hair transplant. When you reach your room, the first thing you should do is take off your bandana from behind forwards, inspect it in the mirror, then switch on the room AC. After changing your clothes, you may rest on a couch, a reclining chair, or just on the bed. Many hotels will provide you a couch or a reclining chair if you have made a request one day before. So if you are a light sleeper, a bed is the right place for you, propped up at 60 degrees. But if you are a deep sleeper, and many people have this habit of tossing and turning, they are not in control of themselves when they sleep. In that case, please sit on a chair, a reclining chair or reclining couch. If you think even on a reclining chair and a reclining couch, you do not trust yourself, please stay awake the whole night or have somebody to watch over you for that night, because the first night is extremely crucial after hair transplant surgery. Start spraying immediately. Every 20 minutes you need to spray your planted area, because we want to prevent the oozing of serum and the accumulation of crusting. This is very essential in the first 12 hours after hair transplant. Keep spraying every 20 minutes till you go to bed at around 10 or 12 o'clock midnight. You have to position your head in such a manner that it is 60 degrees leaning backwards. Ask for additional pillows. If they are soft pillows, you will need 6 pillows to prop yourself in bed so that you attain a 60 degrees leaning back posture. And if you have hard pillows, 3 should be sufficient. If your crown area has been planted, make sure that you wear a neck pillow at the back so that your crown stays clear of the pillows and the sheets. You can also assist your posture by rolling up a towel which is available in the room area and positioning it behind your donor area. This will aid in preventing the crown area from touching the sheets. Make sure you do not talk too much. Do not make facial expressions. Do not animate your facial muscles. Do not laugh too much. So best is to keep your phone away for the night. If you must, you can see WhatsApp messages, but make sure that you bring the phone above rather than looking down. Because when you look down, it can cause extensive swelling. If you're staying with family and friends in a relative's home or a friend's home, make sure that you do not mingle excessively. Excuse yourself, it might be very difficult. And that is why patients many times prefer to stay in hotels rather than with families, especially after they've met them after a long time and they feel awkward in not mixing with them, not talking with them. So stay away, stay private, ask for your dinner in your room, and you'll be fine. For those who've got the temple points done, you need to make sure that you do not chew on food. So some semi-solid diet or liquid diet, fluid diet, but not beer of course, is what is advisable after the hair transplant. Next day you can have whatever you want. No alcohol, no marijuana, no smoking. You need to spray every 20 minutes till you go to sleep. And when you get up in the morning, you can spray once before you come to the clinic. Spraying helps in removing the oozing serum from around the grafts. This oozing serum comes out from along the perimeter of the grafts as blood clot forms, and it forms a nidus for infection. In the first 12 hours, it is very important to clean the skin, to clean the areas around the grafts with intense spraying. Every 20 minutes, a lot of spraying will keep this oozing material washed off. Excessive oozing, excessive accumulation and drying up of serum will add to the crusting. More the crusting, the longer it will take for it to lift off and the scalp to become clean. Usually it takes about 7 to 10 days, maximum 14 days for the crusts to come off. But if excessive amounts of oozing has happened, it may take up to 3 to 4 weeks. And that's not a good thing because it can invite infection and it can hinder the growth of grafts in the first 2 weeks. You have been given some medications which you have to take with dinner before you go to sleep. So this is the care from dusk to the crack of dawn. Once you wake up in the morning, all is well. It's a new day and much less care has to be done in the subsequent 2 weeks. You have done well if your grafts are intact and there is no swelling. Half the battle is won. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, if you have any comments, please put a comment below in the comment section box and I'll be very happy to answer. Thank you for watching and God bless you.